pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. I'm filming quite late on Friday, 5:30 Tokyo time. The sun should be out for another hour or so, but it's cloudy and I hope it doesn't rain because I got some valuable merchandise here I have to tell you about. A couple days ago was the deadline for the 1,000 subscribers commemorative book giveaway draw, and so I have some winners to tell you about. I thought about being really mean and spreading the winners because I have 4 books, and so 4 winners, and spreading the notification of the winners throughout the video just to make you wait and wait and wait, but I'm not going to be that mean. So, I can't pronounce some of these names, but I'll do my best. The winner of the signed copy of Do Not Say We Have Nothing by Madeline Tien, my favorite novel of all time, is Eileen Citero. I'm pronouncing your name Japanese. Citero. Eileen Citero. Congratulations. And this was totally a random draw, so he's a good friend of mine, but I put all the names into the randomizer and his name came out for A Constellation of Vital Phenomena, Curtis of Curtis Books and Films. Congratulations. I just have a YouTube ID name to go with this winner, but The Makioka Sisters by Junichiro Tanizaki is going to Imanema. And finally, this is number 18 on the randomized list, but this was the first one of the list. I think it was about 40 people entered, I forget now. But it was only when I got to number 18 on the randomized list that I got somebody who expressed an interest in Compass by Matthias Inard, and that is Joe Smith. Alright, so you have about a week to contact me. I'll put my email address in the show notes. Send me your mailing address, and all these books will go out on the last day of May or the first day of June, because I'm kind of poor until then. So if I haven't heard from people by next Friday Reads, I'm going to offer the book to the next person on the list. So that was fun. Congratulations, and now let's just hope it doesn't rain on your book. Well, I'm finishing filming my Friday Reads. I've had a great reading week this week, and I'm doing so many, I was going to say so many goddamn buddy reads, but this is a really happy problem, but I'm doing so many goddamn buddy reads. Today I'm feeling like I'm studying for exams, so I can't natter on too long, and it's going to be a very lightly edited Friday Reads because I'm going to be reading until midnight to catch up to where I'm supposed to be. But how lovely is that? So I finished 3 books. Hello! Finished 3 books. The Maggie O'Farrell novel, This Must Be the Place, which was a buddy read vlog collaboration with Kendra Winchester and Leah of Hide and Seek. I'm not sure if that video will be up before this, but around the same time, the second part of that vlog. I absolutely love the novel. I had a few problems by the end of the first half that kind of resolved themselves for the most part by the second half, and it was such an emotionally moving conclusion. Not hokey, just pitch perfect. Really touched me deeply, so 5-star read. There's more, I have much more to say in the vlog. I also started and finished last week a 2-day buddy read with Ange of Beyond the Pages. This suspense novel from 1951, Mischief by Charlotte Armstrong, and I loved it. I mean, I don't want to read many more of those, like maybe one a year I'm good, but it was really good, and the writing was fantastic, and I put a full review of it the same day that I finished it, so that was a nice surprise. Somewhat less enthusiastically, I finished the novel, I don't remember when it was published, the Jamaican novel Augusttown by Kay Miller. I can't say anything bad about it other than that I didn't get sucked in. It kind of left me cold. I could appreciate how good the writing was, how interesting the history was, but I just didn't care. I didn't care. So that was a little disappointing because everybody and their dog that I know that's read it has raved about it, and I expected to too. And there was things that I quoted on Litzy and Instagram, and that I could appreciate, you know, this set piece here and there. But by the end, I was just left feeling cold. Now, I think part of it was the religious. So this goes back to the origins of the Rastafarian religion in Jamaica, which I didn't know much about. But the old woman in this novel believed that one of the originating pastors of the Rastafarian movement, somebody Bedward, could fly and perform miracles of flying in the 1920s, and that was witnessed by hundreds of people. Well, it's complete bullshit, right? You just go on to Wikipedia. I mean, the guy was crazy. But he was also a real hero in terms of civil rights for the black Jamaicans. So no taking away from that. But he couldn't fly, come on. And this novel was having me believe that, yeah, so that left me kind of askance from the book. I just could, no. Anyway, interesting. I was not bored, but I've already forgotten half of what I read. No bales this week. What the hell is wrong with me, people? I have started two buddy reads. The first one I'm going to tell you about is Some Hell by Patrick Nathan. I'm doing this as a buddy read with Chris Cauldron, and he's a slave driver. I think he's finished the novel today, and I'm going to try to finish it tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to. It's so good. My natural gut response when I get into a novel that I'm enjoying is to slow right down. So I'm kind of resisting, but I also just think it's going to take me longer than the amount of time I have tonight and tomorrow to finish. But that's all right. He'll forgive me. But it's so good. It's about a 13-year-old boy who is just starting to realize he's gay when his father kills himself, and that's not a spoiler. That's on the first page, which I featured in my debut book Parasite tag. And then it's him processing his guilt, grief, and coming out stuff in the midst of kind of a very tragic time within his family. It's so good. The writing is incredible. I mean, I'm just, I don't know, 20% of the way in or something. 25, I'm not sure, but I'm nowhere near half, and I'm supposed to finish it tomorrow. But here, let me just give you, this is a harrowing passage, so I guess it's not I mean, we know that his father is going to kill himself. This is a rather dramatic scene where the son, Colin, is observing him rehearsing the suicide. So it's maybe not for everyone. Alan's the dad. Alan sighed and straightened his arm, the gun leveled once more at the bulletin board. Either because he'd decided to live or because the gun was broken, he pushed the chair away from the desk, slipped the gun into its bottom drawer, and took up his pen. Colin watched as he wet his lips and reached for the mostly blank notebook. He thought about silently running up the stairs and making noise on the way back down. He could even whistle something, as if he hadn't just seen this terrible thing. But when he pictured his father at the breakfast table, trying to make conversation, his heart felt pushed through an opening that was too small. So, I mean, that's a highly dramatic scene, and we know that the next day or whatever, his father does blow his brains out. But that last, his heart felt pushed through an opening that was too small. And there are lines like that scattered throughout this novel that just take my breath away. So I'm really enjoying it. It's very heavy. And one of the most accurate portrayals of what it's like to be a 13-year-old gay boy that I've read, maybe ever. And the other one is a buddy read I'm doing with Wilson Shugart, and just getting started on this one as well. Ben Oakley's The Famished Road, and this is so good, and I'm just a few pages in, 19 pages. Supposed to read the first 70 pages. This was the schedule that I suggested. It's not like it was imposed on me. The narrator is an Abiku, which is a spirit child, and within the Yoruba tradition in Nigeria, in what is now Nigeria, this was the way that the culture explained children that die young. They're part of this tribe of child spirits that choose to keep going back to the other world and then reincarnating and coming back. I'm pretty sure I remember something like that in Achebe's Things Fall Apart. That's my memory. And the narrator is one of those, but he, as we find out in the opening chapters, he is rebelling against his spirit clan, and he doesn't want to die young. He wants to live a full life, and that causes all kinds of problems. And so it's in a really rich, on-put-downable way. The narrative reverberates between the spirit level and the incarnated human level of the story. But if you had been paying attention to some of my other rave reviews this year, the best book I've read this year is Akweke Emeze's Freshwater. So I'm really now seeing, and this doesn't detract from her singular achievement, but I'm really seeing how this could be seen as a forerunner for that in terms of its narrative, and probably there's a way to eventually, the more widely read I become in Nigerian literature, more broadly, that this is just the grist in the mill of the Nigerian literature. The interaction between the gods and the people in Nigerian stories. This is going to be a trip and a half, and I think I might be asking Wilson if we can slow down and pace ourselves with this too, because it's so rich. That's what I've got going on. And I am going to have to watch myself with the buddy reads, because I just want to say yes to everything in the bookish universe, especially relating to buddy reads. Maybe I've got too many going on. My TBR is that I'm going to be starting the Map and Lucia book. Didn't bring it with me today. E.F. Benson novel, a reread for me, starting it on Sunday, or maybe Monday, with my friend Leah from Litzy. And then that's it for buddy reads in May. The one that I keep kicking the can down the road about, Karis Davies West, I'm doing that as a buddy read with Doris of All D Books. That's going to be a June buddy read now. There's some exciting things going on with women's writing on BookTube and elsewhere. I won't say any more than that. Keep you in suspense a little bit. And I'm going to be doing some videos to help promote and fangirl that, and also have arranged probably way too many buddy reads of various books by women for June. And then it suddenly dawned on me, hello, you're moving in with your fiance at the end of June. So maybe you can't do all this. So I'm not sure how it's all going to shake out, but again, it's a happy problem to have. And that's all I have to say. What are you up to reading-wise or otherwise this weekend? I hope you have a great one. Thanks for watching.